stunning people, my name is Beane, and welcome to the Salt Lick Sessions. The first time I saw our next artist, he was opening for Lake Street Dive, and he stopped me dead in my tracks. I was an instant fan, and you're about to be too. This is DEVON GILFILLIAN. Devin, what's up?
Boots, what's up, man? What's up?
I'm so glad that you're here.
It's an honor to be here, brother. It's an honor. Thank you for having me.
Of course. The first time, well, I can't remember the first time. I'll work on it. We're going to get it.
It's going to come to you.
It's going to come.
2 days later.
Yeah, it'll come. But I saw you open in Boston for Lake Street Dive.
Yes.
You had the full band set up. Roadrunner is such a cool venue.
Oh my God. So cool. Cool.
And you just stopped me in my tracks. Lake Street Dive is one of those bands that I respect and revere them so much that I always make sure I see whoever they bring with them to open. Because I'm like, it's going to be somebody fantastic. And that's how I was introduced to you. And a lot of the music from your latest album. And I was like, dang, this guy kind of has it. You kind of have it going on.
Get out of here. Stop it.
But now we're on your home turf. You're from Nashville, yeah?
I'm actually, so I've been here 11 years, and I'm from outside Philly originally and moved down here 2013. Did AmeriCorps, actually. That's what got me down here.
Okay.
You know, but I was like, I want to move to a musical city. I want to go somewhere where music I can learn, you know, from the School of Hard Knocks. And AmeriCorps accepted me here in Nashville. And I started, you know, a little, you know, playing here and there. But really just after AmeriCorps, working at a little restaurant or city winery, that's where I met all my musician homies and, you know, started doing the damn thing after that. You know,
City Winery here is pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Working there, after moving all the tables in and out of the venue 100 times, I'm like, love you guys. I'll come visit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll come play a couple. You know, I played there after I worked there since, and that's like always like a full circle moment. It's
totally
really cool.
Totally. You say you're from outside Philly.
Yeah.
What brought you to Nashville instead of going just a little skip over to New York?
You know, I mean, it felt like, well, first off, I was broke after college. I was like, what am I gonna do? I don't want to be a therapist. I got a psychology degree, and I knew if you did AmeriCorps, you could put your loans on forbearance, and they give you money to pay back some of your loans. And I was like, cool, like, and you can go anywhere in the country you want to go. And I was like, New York, LA, like, that shit's crazy. That's so expensive. Like, I'm not going to be able to afford to live. Also, when you're in AmeriCorps, you only get a stipend of $800, $900 a month to live off of. You get food stamps, and you live at the poverty level, and you're helping people, you know, at the poverty level in like lower, you know, and trying with whatever Teach for America or Rebuilding Together was what I did. Habitat for Humanity is another program. But yeah, I thought New York, LA, I was like, that'll be too expensive. And I heard Nashville was popping, applied to Nashville, Austin, New Orleans programs there, and got accepted to the program here in Nashville. Cool. And that, like, shout out to Becky Carter for helping me out and bringing me down to work for Rebuilding Together. So that got me here to Nashville.
Go Becky.
Yeah.
I'm a fellow Pennsylvania guy.
Hey.
Yeah.
What part?
I'm from Williamsport.
Williamsport.
Right in the middle of the state.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
folk.
That sounds like the middle. Like like where I'm out, you know, Delaware County.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. And there's a weird accent, like it's like New York, British, and Southern all came together and just like hit each other in the head with a stick and like, it's like, yo dude, go down the street, get yourself a cheesesteak. It's the best cheesesteak you ever had, dude. Oh, so good. I'm like, what? What? It's like, but when I hear it, I'm like, like home.
Yeah.
Like there's, I trust you. I have family nearby.
Totally.
Know?
The second you hear somebody say water, you're like, okay.
Water.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are you from?
Right. Like, this feels good to me. Tell me about the scene in Philly, though. Like, how were you raised, and was there anything about the city that informed the kind of music that you make now?
Yeah, man. Like, you know, when I was playing music in Philly, I was mostly just trying to, like, I was in college, I was playing more cover sets, and there's mostly like just a lot of cover bands. And like there were, you know, I didn't know the War on Drugs and all those cats when I was there, and they were a little older than me, a generation ahead of me, and like so like that rock scene was there, but it was Dr. Dog, War on Drugs. That was a little out of my. That was the generation ahead. You know, and so I didn't find the like scene of people that appreciated original music until I moved to Nashville. But it felt like there was just like everybody wanted a cover band kind of vibe back there. But I'm sure there was stuff going on. I just wasn't cool enough to know what's up.
Sure. That's real.
You know, I was in my little bubble, in my little college bubble, and then once I got out, I was like, all right, where do I go? Nashville, I'm going.
Right, easy.
You know.
Your work. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say though, but there is a cool scene there. Like, there's this band Snack Time that I'm working with. We did a tune together. There's a lot of other cool like just local bands like funk, jazz, fusion bands that are in Philly that are killer. My brother's up there too, Ryan Gilfillian, and he's doing his thing, and so it's definitely there. It's definitely there. I just wasn't cool enough yet.
Yeah, you got it now though.
Yeah. Trying.
Yeah, no, you got it. Who are some artists you think everyone should be listening to right now?
You gotta check out my girl Katie Pruitt.
Snaps for Katie Pruitt.
I know you already know Julie Williams. You got to check her out. Joy Ladakun. Man.
Say less.
Who else? Denisha, my girl Denisha. Who else? That's all I can think of off the top of my head. But there's so many more amazing artists that I should be thinking of, but. Yeah.
All Salt Lake people too that you just mentioned, which is great as well. I'll take that. Yeah. Working with AmeriCorps, you're dedicating a bunch of your time to helping and serving other people. Do you feel like you've taken that same kind of energy and approach into your artist project?
Absolutely. I feel like music is here to heal, you know, and to reflect, to put a mirror in front of people, and for them to see and go, and to look a little deeper into themselves. And, you know, whether that's, you know, to run away, whether that's to dig deeper, you know, music has a power to it. And I think it's a responsibility for sure. And if you're in it for the money, sorry, you ain't gonna make that much money. Like it's like you gonna be struggling. Like you get in the van and drive across the country, man, in a 15-passenger van, and you know it's exhausting. And if you don't love it, if you don't want to, you know, play your songs to people and have them walk away feeling better, and feel like they felt something and know you a little bit more, then you're not gonna get what you know, the right thing out of it. You're not gonna get it out, you know.
Yeah, you're speaking to me. Every time I just got done with my first tour, and a lot of the shows, I would say my only goal is for everybody here to leave feeling better than they came.
Yes.
So you saying that there, I'm like, yeah, that's the money right there.
Yes. And it's, if the room could have one person in it. You play your ass off like it's your last show. Right. Because that one person, who knows who they could be. I played this show at House of Blues in Chicago, upstairs at Lollapalooza after party. Nobody was there, like 4 people. And there was this babe who's taking video, and she's like, yes. And, you know, this is great. And after a set, I went up to her, and she's like, hey, say hi to my followers. And like, she was a soap opera star from Mexico.
Wow.
And had like 1.5 million followers. And like, the next day there was like 200 new followers on Instagram. I was like, what is happening?
Right.
You know, it's like, you just never know your impression that you could put on somebody with what you're doing we're professional musicians. We want to call ourselves that. Then it doesn't matter if there's nobody in the room. We're doing this for us then, and whoever gets to see it, good for them.
No, that's so real. And now you got to route the tour across the border and go hit up a city of Mexico.
Yes, absolutely. I
Check
gotta
your Spotify, see where the spike is.
I got to, absolutely.
How would you say, does the psychology degree play into your writing at all?
I like to think, it's so funny, like I think, you think you get a bachelor's in psychology and you think you know everything.
Listen to that
until you actually start going to therapy, and then you're like, damn, I didn't know that much.
Right.
But I absolutely, like, psychology, I studied it because I wanted to know why, my whole family was all crazy. And
Sure.
They're actually amazing. I love my family. But, like, everyone's family's got their neuroses and, your own neuroses, and you want to figure it out. And that was why I studied it. And, understanding people, trying to understand people on a deeper level. And I think that empathy is the key to, I don't know, great art, really. I think that if you're not empathetic, like how are you supposed to put a mirror in front of other people and show them, if you can't be vulnerable and empathetic, if you can't show people, your nakedness, then how are you supposed to ask people to open up and let you inside and into their world? And so, yeah, I'm sorry, I just went on a crazy tangent.
No, I love that.
No, I went all over the place.
No, I love that. And, a lot of the artists that we get in here, I don't get to see them out in the wild. Getting to see you, it is refreshing to know that the things that you preach are also the things that you do up on stage.
Thank you.
You very much create that space for people.
Thank you.
You did for me. I'm still so into it. It's like, this is so good to me. Yeah. And also the neuroses in the family, it's probably half genetic and half Pennsylvania.
Yeah. 100%, maybe 60% Pennsylvania.
Sure. Yeah. I'm with you there. Devin, it's been so dope to have you in. Thank you so much for coming.
Boost, my pleasure, brother.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Great to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Hey, stunning people. If you're loving our music, make sure to give us a like and a subscribe, and comment below who you want to see next.